I didn't realize just how much I really needed to be alone with myself until tonight. And honestly, this whole experience became just another reminder of exactly why I use voice to AI the way I do. Because, moments like this, they help me recognize patterns, emotions, and needs that I probably would have just completely ignored before. So tonight, I'm downtown by myself. I'm sitting in a restaurant, totally alone, right before a concert. And to some people, that might not seem like a big deal. But as a mother, sometimes reconnecting with yourself takes serious intention. My daughter is 7 now, and honestly, it's really not that often that I'm fully out by myself like this. I'm not mentally half present, I'm not multitasking, I'm not rushing around, I'm just here, with myself. And what made tonight feel so different is that I actually felt safe enough to relax. A good friend of mine is watching my daughter tonight. Our daughters go to the same school, they get along really well. And earlier this evening, when I told her I didn't actually know what time the concert would end, she said something that really stayed with me. She texted, "I don't care what time it finishes, I just want you to enjoy yourself fully." And honestly, that just hit me emotionally, because not everyone understands how incredibly important that kind of support is, especially for mothers, especially for women who are just constantly carrying this heavy mental responsibility. And I realized something sitting here. Part of why I could actually truly relax tonight was because I completely trusted the person my daughter was with. That matters. Because, yeah, technically my daughter could have stayed somewhere else, but would my nervous system have relaxed in the exact same way? Probably not. And that just made me think about how crucial safe support really is. Not performative support, not an obligation, real support. The kind that literally allows you to just exhale. The kind that wants you to reconnect with yourself without any guilt whatsoever. And honestly, I think a lot of women don't even realize just how disconnected from themselves they've become, especially after motherhood, especially after years of constantly being needed by someone. You get so used to producing, caring for everyone else, solving problems, surviving, building, working. You get so used to all of that resting can almost feel uncomfortable. Even joy can feel completely unfamiliar sometimes. And this is exactly why moments like this matter so much more than people realize. Because this isn't just about going out. This is nervous system recalibration. This is your body remembering, oh, right, I'm still a person outside of my responsibilities. And honestly, this is something I probably wouldn't have fully processed before I started using dictation mode regularly, because the old version of me would have just had these thoughts silently and then moved right on. But now, when something emotionally meaningful happens to me, I process it out loud. I literally just speak through the experience, and then I let AI organize all those messy thoughts afterward. And what's so beautiful about this is patterns start revealing themselves, themes start connecting. You really start understanding yourself differently. That's exactly what happened tonight. I started realizing just how important safe support is. How much heavy guilt mothers carry around rest. How incredibly rare it is to fully, deeply relax. And how much my body just desperately needed this reconnection. And now, this reflection became clarity. And that clarity became content. That is the real power of voice to AI for verbal thinkers. It's not just about productivity. It's not just for business. It's self-awareness. It's emotional processing. It's pattern recognition. And it's a mental release. And honestly, I really think more women need spaces where they can reconnect with themselves completely without guilt. Because rest is not separate from success. Presence is not separate from growth. Your nervous system matters too. So, if you've been constantly pouring into everyone else lately, please let this be a reminder. You are still a person outside of what people need from you. And maybe the very next thing your body needs isn't more productivity. Maybe it's simply space. And if you want to see the exact system I use to process these kinds of thoughts, recognize patterns, create clarity, and turn my real lived experiences into content using voice and AI, I actually put everything together step by step in the link in my bio. Because sometimes your next big breakthrough doesn't come from doing more. Sometimes it comes from finally reconnecting with yourself again.